Hello and welcome again to the A New Day show. I am so excited to be serving you. And again, yes, you're stuck with me, but guess what? We're having fun. I'm having fun here in the studio. And I know without any doubt that what we're going to be talking about today is going to help you to add value to your life. So, today's topic is create your own pyramid, and I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly with my Jamaican accent, so it's Pyramid for success. So there we go, you have it right up on the screen. And you all know what a pyramid is, and I want you to visualize that. I want you to divide it into 4 sections, and I want you to call each section a quadrant. You know that the top portion of your diagram is your smallest section. I want you to look over your life, and I want you to choose 5 top areas of your life that you are spending the most of your time on. I want you to list them up in that small quadrant, the one at the top. Remember, the smallest part is small for a reason, because that's the section where you are concentrating quality time on. So, what is it you're doing? Is it your business? Is it your career? Is it your job? Your stay-at-home mom is what? What it is. Choose 5 areas that goes up in that section. Then, I want you to leave the 2 middle section for a while. I want you to move with me to the lower quadrant. So the one at the bottom, it's wide for a reason. I tell you why it's wider. There are more things that's coming in, so it's like an entry level, that things keep coming in to your life, and they're right down there at the ground floor. It is as if you're at the Empire State Building and you're right downstairs. You know you have to go through security, and then you got to go up till you get to the 89th floor, wherever you're going. So that's the same image I want you to hold in your mind. So now look, at this ground level of your pyramid, I want you to look at all the things that are entering there. Community activities, church activities, children activities. Under the children activities, you have sports, you have volleyball, you have basketball, everything that comes in there. You have things to help the neighbor. You have to go shopping. You got to go to the laundromat. Everything that comes in there, you put them all in that bottom section. You look on that and you evaluate everything that comes in there, and you say, which of these items or subject matter is really adding value to my life, the life of my family, and the well-being of my community. What I want you to do is to go item by item based on how valuable they are, and I want you to move those items, and you're going to put them in the next quadrant that is next to you. So you got it? The bottom is overflooded with a lot of stuff that's going on in your life. However, not everything that comes in there you're going to give time to. So you select those items that you think is adding value to those ones at the top, and you're going to move them to the second quadrant. So you probably have school conferences, doctor's visit, whatever it is for you, whatever your life is, and you put them in there. You probably have volunteerism that you go to the child's school and volunteer, whatever you have to do. You put that in there. Now, the next quadrant, which is the second to the smallest one from the top, so it's one from the top, number 2. So right now, number 2 is empty. You have some stuff. You have a lot of stuff in the one at the bottom. So let's count from the bottom. 1 at the bottom, then a lot of stuff in there. Then you have 2. You have a few things that you remove from 1 into that slot. And then number 3, nothing in number 3 yet. And then number 4, you have some things in number 4. So now, you're going to look in number 3. You are going to put all the things that you are earning an income from. It might be your business, it might be your career, whatever it is. That is what you are going to put in the number 3. So, the number 4 at the top is all the long-term quality things that keeps adding value and balance to your family and to your life. You're going to look at the first quadrant at the bottom, and you're going to realize there's still a lot of things there. There's always going to be lots and lots of things there. You do not need to attend to all of them, because if you continue to give your energy to that number 1 slot, if you continue to give all the energy to that slot, then you're going to end up in stress. You're going to end up being stressful and burnt out. You're going to be angry. Your spouse is going to come home and you don't want to talk to them. And a lot of things, you're going to be yelling at the children. You're going to be yelling at the pet. Because what? Because you're stressing yourself out about all the things in the number 1 quadrant down there. Gather them in there, but I want you to take the time to prioritize so you can have the things that means a lot to you in the quadrant 2, 3, and 4. So, quadrant 1, you are using like a hub. It's a hub where you gather things. You do not need to always attend to them. Unless you can prioritize them, you don't need to give any energy to them. Ask the question, how is this adding value to my life, the life of my family, the enrichment and enhancement of my community? Those are the 3 areas that you need to focus on. Okay? So, for each and every one of you, it will look different. However, you need to work this thing. Be flexible. I'm not asking you to carve it into your skin. I just want you to pay attention to that. You're going to find out that your life is going to be more rewarding. It is going to be allowing you to manage your stress level much, much better. You're going to have time for yourself. You're going to have time for your significant other. You're going to have time for your friends. And those things that are valuable to you, you're going to have ample time to attend to them. I also want you to realize that Once you realize that you have these things in priority order, you're going to have a lot of time that is left over. Do not move anything from the first quadrant to 2 and 3 out of guilt. I am here to tell you, I know that especially if you have children in school and everything, a lot of times people in the parent-teachers organization and places like that tend to oftentimes make you feel guilty about not doing this, or you never do that, you never do the other. Listen, if going to clean up after they have the event is what you can do, you volunteer and that's what you can do. Do not feel pressured into taking on tasks that you know is against who you are, not because of the caliber of the task, but because it is not serving you for your highest good. Each and everything we do in life, we must at all times stay true to our truth. Do not do anything that you are going to regret and then you say, oh, I did it because they pressure me. I know that a lot of times we say that our children succumb to peer pressure, but I have come to find out that many adults succumb to peer pressure as well. So you need to lead by example. You know, I don't know how much it's happening now, but I know that in years gone by, people used to sit for family dinner and they used to have conversations. And, you know, I would just embrace those things coming back, because these are the times when these kind of a conversation could take place over the family dinner, where you can help your children to design these same practices for themselves. Because a lot of times people are looking on the money, the dollar, and say, well, I'm successful because I am making a lot of money. And that is not the way it is supposed to be. You are successful because you're experiencing a healthy family. You are successful because you are experiencing balance in your family. You are successful because your children can come and sit with you and they can communicate with you effectively. There are no barriers to what your children can speak with you about. A lot of the kids are going outside and getting into trouble outside because there is no success pyramid that is created in the families that is holding the families together. I tell you something. We as parents, we hide too much from our children. We need to include the children into what is happening in our lives every day, the good and the bad. A lot of times we tend to isolate them because we're trying to protect them. And because of that, they end up growing into adults that separate their feelings from their significant other, and they don't share anything, which oftentimes end up in divorce. So I'm sharing this pyramid with you to create not only your personal success, but also the success of your families. Get the children while they are young, share it with them. Let this be a family game night when you make some popcorns or whatever you're doing, and have like a craft time where people are creating their pyramids. And everybody have it and work and share and everything. You're going to find out how enriching this is. I tell you, it's amazing sometimes when I do these activities at retreats with clients, and just to see like people in their 50s and 60s having so much fun. just playing with color pens and papers and just freeing themselves and letting themselves loose to just enjoy and have fun. We over pressure ourselves too much. I've said it in the few other episodes that I spoke about when I spoke about our thoughts are our greatest real estate and releasing the eagle and all of that, how important it is to begin to embrace joy and happiness. There are many people that when you have a conversation with them, they really cannot say the last time that they experienced joy. Until we can begin to experience joy and happiness, we are really not experiencing any quality of life. So if you have shut yourself off from expressing joy and happiness, I want you to begin to do that. Laugh a lot. You don't have to have a reason to laugh. Laugh from your belly. I know a lot of people who know me tell me, oh, we know it was you. I say, how you know? You didn't see me. No, we heard you laughing. And I just take pride in my laugh. I put all my energy in my laugh. It doesn't take anything for me to laugh. It really does not take anything for me to laugh. And if you have not laughed in a good time, if you haven't laughed, I want you to just get up right now and just have one of the greatest laughs that you can ever have. I was listening, I think it was on Super Soul Sunday, I was listening and Debbie Ford was sharing that she had the experience to be with a lady who was 70-something years old. And the woman in her life, she had never cursed and she had never got angry. And she spent a certain amount of time with the lady, just helping her to become angry for something and to curse and just to have that feeling of emotion. And she said it was like the woman took 15 years off her life when she did that. And it's the same thing here. These are the things that once you begin to create a pyramid that you're using to, once you create a pyramid that you're using to guide and structure and design and monitor your success in life, it's not only in the business, not only in the family, but overall. You become all-rounded. You become all-rounded. And you are just enjoying the best of everything. And everything becomes like a piece of cake. So I want you to develop a list for yourself that you're going to share, especially if you're going to do this as a family project. You discuss with the family, what are the areas, if you're only working on one for the family, you sit and discuss it. What are the items you think should go in the top quadrant, the smallest quadrant? Then you put it, you don't necessarily need to put it there. I find out that working this out with Post-it is very useful. So you write all the suggestions on a Post-it pad, and then you go back over everything that you collected. So you stick all the Post-it there. And then you go back to everybody and you ask, out of this, which you think is more priority? What should go into the top one? What should be in the second? And what should be in the third? I have found out every time I do this activity with different people, there are times when there's something that they had moved up to number 2. And after we go back over it and prioritize, they realize that, this has to remain down in 1. I'm not going to be giving that much time to that. It does not need to get my time right now. You're not saying never. You're just saying for right now, you are not going to be spending any time with that. And that's a truth that you have to come to. There is no wrong or right way of doing this. It just needs to be done, and only you will know inside of your hearts of hearts whether or not it's the right thing to do. So commit to doing it, and you will find out that you are going to be just enhancing the level of your life. There'll be balance, and there will be success, and everybody in your family is going to be happy. There's going to be a lot of joy. There's going to be a lot of laughter. There's going to be a lot of fun all year round. You don't have to wait for the summer to come to be doing the outside barbecue to have some fun. You can be having a lot of fun right there in the wintertime inside. However, for that to happen, you will need to create the atmosphere to let this happen. Find out and discuss not only what is valuable to you, but what is valuable to other members of your family. Remember, it's not all about you. It is also about every member of your family, because you are not living at the Lone Ranger Ranch. You share your life with some other people. Some of them is called husbands, wives, children, brother, sister. And you got to open up your world to include all of them. So try. The other thing I want to hear from you guys when you try these things, I want to hear from you how it worked for you. And I also want to encourage you to share it with somebody else. Share it with someone else. Don't keep it all for yourself. I tell you, a lot of times we have not because we ask not is one thing. And if you have something that is good and that you have gathered value from, don't wait on somebody to ask you. Just share it to them. Let it be a gift that you are giving to them. This is a gift from me to you, because I set time to come into the studio here. My volunteers set time to come here because they believe in what I am doing and they want to make a difference in your life. So if we are taking away time from my family and from their families to be here to invest in you, we want you to do the same thing for your neighbor. If you know your neighbors doesn't have a TV where they can see that, you invite them to come over and watch it on your TV, because I know that it will be a healthy practice that will soon be spreading like wildfire. As you continue to work on your pyramid of success, share it with others. Don't be a hoarder. Do not keep it all to yourself. I'm looking for some amazing stories that I want to share here. And I know we have been on the air for quite a large number of years. And we are also looking to showcase you, our viewers, to other viewers. So if you have a story that you think will make a difference in the life of someone else, I want you to reach out to me and let me know. Remember, it's important that you take care of yourselves from the inside out. It's okay to be gorgeous on the outside, but it is more wonderful to be fabulous on the inside. Because once you pay attention to a fabulous inside, you will always be radiating on the outside. You owe it to yourself to create a pyramid that will work not only for you but for your family. And who knows, you might become the treasure in your community, because everybody's going to be learning about what you're doing, and they're going to be calling to you to help them make a difference. I want to tell you that here at Comcast, we are on air on, I think, Fridays and Wednesdays. Wednesday night and Friday mornings. At Charter, we are on Thursday mornings and Saturday nights. At Soundview in Bridgeport, we are on Sundays. And at Comcast in Cromwell, we are on Monday evenings. And I need to be in your town. So if you are not seeing the, if you have a friend who is seeing it, who is not seeing it in your town, I want you to reach out to them and ask them to be a sponsor of the show, because we need and we deserve to be in the home of every family in America. So we are looking to spread our wings. So I need your help there. Again, the other thing that I need is your support here in the studio to help us to produce shows. You do not need to be here at nights. We have daytime slots as well. And the amazing thing about all of this, they train you guys. You don't have to know the training. They train you to do lights, cameras, the works, everything that it takes to produce a TV show. You get 12 hours of that training here free to use top of the art equipments in here as if you're working at one of the big studios in New York. So you get that kind of a training here. And who knows, after you get that training, you might even be in a position to get a job at one of those big shows. So why not email me at dynamicdaphne12@att.net, or you could leave me a voice message that you need an application at 203-794-6208, and we'll get an application out to you. And the other thing I want to see, I want you to know that you can tweet me at Dynamic Daphne, Facebook.com Dynamic Daphne. I am also on Instagram, Daphne Clarke-Hudson, LinkedIn, Daphne Clarke-Hudson, and I am also on Pinterest. I'm doing my best to get myself busy out there, and I enjoy each and every one of you when you make the decision to connect with me there. I am so happy and grateful to have you as part of my media family. I love each and every one of you, and I pray that what I have done has blessed you. Stay blessed.